not. Sarah was not. That's to Rebecca. But when you talk about beauty, what is beauty? They say beauty is in the eyes of the other. And they say, okay, pastor is not handsome enough for me. His face is not fat. It's not that. But the pastor is handsome. So depending. So when you talk about beauty, but one thing very important, no matter how spiritual you are, anybody you are going to live with, you must be fascinated to that person. No matter. That is just mine. There's no point saying, okay, let me just manage her. Let me just, that management will continue to be there, no matter how spiritual you are. So there's a particular person that God has created for you that you'll be fascinated to. So we cannot say, some people, there are no categories. I can't say this is what you have to look for. And the physical appearance, some might say, oh, it has to have a long hair. Some will say, oh, the hair has to be short, whitey, slim, clean leg, and so on and so forth. First, it has to be, the person must be, beautiful. You must be attracted to yourself. If you are not, there's no point. I don't know if pastor has a spiritual aspect to that. But I'm just being realistic now. So that they won't be tired of each other after 2 months. But it is better to look for a child of God, That's another aspect. Look for somebody in which you have the same spirit, you can agree together. You might not know the importance now until you get married, but please don't even get married before you know the importance, because you need to discuss, you need to take your children into prayer, you need to fellowship with others. You can't do that. There's no point marrying somebody with another spirit that you cannot even agree on any level. It is a torture throughout the rest of your life, except the Almighty God intervene. So I would think the most important thing is the spiritual aspect, then the attraction, and both partners should not be lazy, have something doing. As a man, I wouldn't want to marry any girl that will do this course today and drop it, next tomorrow drop it, that one, and it's not focused. That is how she's going to manage the home. So because we are taught about all the other aspects that you have to look for, then physically she or he must be mature. So these are the things that are important to me to look out for. And you don't need to start measuring with, say, passport and those ones. And tribe too. Excuse me, tribe. Tribe is not important to me.
Okay. Pastor, you being my pastor, how important are your views on the girl I choose to marry?
My view?
Yeah. You be my pastor.
I will tell you that if it is concerning the view of the pastor, who you want to get married, they are very, very important. My views concerning who you bring to me, very, very essential, because there are so many things that you will not see in that lady that you have brought. And the very moment that fellow steps into my office, I will know that this guy is blind. You can't see this one. There are so many things you know.
Spiritual blindness.
For example, let's look at it this way. I mean, you have looked at it from the side of beauty, or maybe whatever passion has driven you to the point that, okay, I love her physical appearance and everything is okay, fine. The Bible tells me that your adorning of yourself should not be of the splitting of hair or putting on of ornament, because all those are going to fade off very soon. You must be able to love your wife at age 18, no, 16, let me start from 16, because that's what women say, 16, right? You must be able to love her at 21 and love her at 40. and love her at 50 and 60
No
and
matter
90.
the shape.
You see, so what happened is that, or whatever you saw at 16 might have faded off, but there is a tendency for you to still see what you saw at 16 when she's 90. If you had seen beyond the physical. That's why there is no amount of all these, like, what do you do in your Medicare, whatever you do, is not going to do anything to me. It's just going to, keep you young for now. Very soon, it doesn't matter how much you put, it's not going to do nothing. So if the man looks at that now, it's a problem. If you come into my office and I know that that's what we have seen, I'll call you to one side and say, oh God, are you serious? Are you really sure you heard from God? I may not want to tell you straight thing unless you are very, very close. Then I can tell you. Also, my views, very, very important. In what way again? I look at the spiritual dimension of that lady, or you yourself, what is your spiritual level? And that's why I concur with her, is that please don't ever fall in love or fantasize after an unbeliever. You are only digging your own grave. It's only a matter of time. She will bury you. You need to understand that. The Bible tells me that don't ever be unequally yoked and say, Pastor, don't worry, I will pray and fast and convert her. You are digging your grave. Because if she gets born again today because she wants to get married to you, when you cross that altar and she comes back to your house and becomes something else, or he becomes something else, you're not going to come back to me. This is what I'm going to be addressing when you come to me. Those are going to form my views of whatever you have to do. And of course, when certain things like that begins to happen at the wrong time, time also becomes a part of my concern. I will ask you, what level are you in the school? That's going to be my view concerning it. And I'll be able to advise you also. So that's why I'm saying to you that they are very, very essential. But if it depends on how important your pastor is to you, that you want to listen to him. But if you notice that, if the pastor notices that the fellow is not serious about it, don't call her. Don't worry, the Lord bless you, and the Lord help you as you go. If you hear me say the Lord help you, be careful. It's true. That's the bottom line.
In case you're just joining us, because I saw some people walking, we're talking about before two becomes one. I have this wonderful guest in the house, and I know that you guys must have been superbly blessed under just this 45 minutes of interacting with these wonderful folks. Enikanolaye, you being a mom, how important are the parents' views of the guy or the girl you want to settle down with?
It's very important. Like I told you in my Sunday school teaching when we did this topic. It depends on the parents. Children can assess their parents. They do. They know who is telling them the truth. They know who is selfish. And I'm sorry to say, then I remember saying you have to be careful with mothers. Sometimes the mothers can be very selfish, especially if they are not Christian. It is their own advantages that they put ahead. Who is this person you want to marry? Where is he going? What does he have? Where is this? Where is that? Women are guilty of that. They are first of all selfish. They want to bring their own God. But men, in that aspect, at least 95% they are okay. They want you to be happy. They don't care. As long as you are happy there, they are satisfied. But mothers want, what can I gain from this relationship? How would this one look like? Which type of car does she have? How is this one? Can't you see this other one that was coming the other time? Why do you decide on this one? So we have to be careful. Before you take your parents' advice, you have to know the type of parent. Like an unbelieving parent doesn't see anything wrong in you bringing anybody. But if you have a believer as your parent, I'm sure they must have taken it to the Lord also in prayer. They will talk about it. They may not even make that decision alone. They will consult the pastor. Can you please help me put it in prayer? So it depends on the type of parents you have. There's some parents that doesn't care about you, that are drunkard and so on. So do you think they will care about whom you bring in? No. So you should be able to assess your parents. You know your parents too. Then you will be able to know when to take the advice.